good morning, everyone. We're getting started with the workout. We're going to be working back, rear delts, biceps, maybe side delts, depending on how much time we have. We got Sid on here. We got Sid in a while. Says, hello, sir. How are you? Hello from India. Hey, welcome from India. Appreciate you jumping on the live here. So the goal here on this live is to run through a workout. You guys are welcome to do this with me. Welcome to pick up some pointers. Talk through life. Okay, I'm a dad. I've been a dad for 19 years. Still got big kids and little kids. I've been working out for over 20 years. Ever since I was a 12-year-old boy, a 4-year-old man now. So any advice you guys have or want on the gym, lifting, fitness, or having kids, being married, all that kind of stuff, got some experience. Happy to talk through it with you. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the squat rack behind me, and we're going to do some Australian pull-ups. This is kind of a safe alternative that we're going to use because of my neck injury that I underwent about coming up on 6 months. This is back in November. So Australian pull-ups are kind of a safe alternative. So let me get the squat rack set up. If you guys got questions about the gym, being a dad, family, marriage, whatever, happy to hear it.
People always say, you gotta love the work. You gotta love what you do. You don't have to love what you do. You have to be addicted to what you do. You gotta be addicted to winning. All the greats on this planet were addicted to something. You gotta get addicted to something good. You gotta cross the line of life.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with this. So like I said, if you're just now joining, you didn't catch earlier, we're going to start with some Australian pull-ups. This is a safe alternative with my neck injury. I can't do the standard pull-ups. I can do standard pull-ups. I just can't do as many as I used to be able to until I get some more strength back into my neck. And the surgery that they did a few months ago kind of comes full circle and healing is complete. So this is a good safe alternative. We're going to go ahead and start. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, be sure you do that. Help us out with growing the channel. If you haven't subscribed, be sure you subscribe too. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. We're at 550 now, so help us out there. Let's get started. So 13 reps off that first set of Australian pull-ups. Probably noticed I'm moving a little ginger. I think I slept a little wrong or something last night. My tailbone is really sore, which is strange because I haven't done anything that would impact the muscles around my tailbone, or haven't, sat on my tailbone or hit it or anything like that I'm aware of. So a little bit uncomfortable, kind of moving a little ginger. Try to put some time on the stopwatch here. I seem to be defeated by this thing. The watch is broken. The watch is broken. I know the button's broken. I guess when the boys used it last, they didn't tell me. Can't. It doesn't work. No, it's just the button. The button's jammed in or something. They didn't tell me there was anything wrong with it. You're supposed to tell me these things. Did you get one that's like an actual stopwatch? Got another 13 reps on the Australian pull-ups. Then we got a few of you guys on. I'm curious, any of the dads that are on these lives right now? Trying to see if there's any of the dads that are up early working out. I'm assuming it's early where you're at. Here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, where it's 5:08 a.m. I'm sure there's a time difference for a lot of you folks. I'm curious where you're from. What time is it? Are there any fellow dads that are on the live here today? Or we have some young guys, older guys. Kind of curious of the audience we're looking at right now. Let me know in the chat. Be sure you hit the like button. Help drive more viewers to the channel. Be sure you subscribe. Our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of August, so help us out with that if you haven't subscribed. Right now we currently sit at 550, so we got a little ways to go. We also got a little time. We'd like to bust that goal through a lot quicker. So we're on third set. Third set, Australian pull-ups. So folks, we got 3 folks on right now. Thank you guys for joining the live. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. If you got any questions, any feedback, commentary, whatever on gym advice or wanting gym advice, feel free to throw it in the chat here. Questions, feedbacks, comments about having kids, life in general, marriage, any of it, feel free to throw that in the chat as well. Even if you want to debate over any of those types of things, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the chat. I've been a dad for almost 20 years. I've been lifting for 12, 22, 32, over 25 years. I'm coming on almost 30 years of lifting. So I've got some experience. I've been doing this life and this gym thing for quite a while. Curious what y'all's feedback is, or questions are. Talk in the chat between sets. We're going to go into the 5th rep of Australian pull-ups. Curious in the chat, if you've ever done this exercise. If you have, what you think of it. Honestly, it looks like it's kind of easy. When you first get under there, it's a little bit more challenging than you expect. The goal is you set the bar at about waist high. And obviously you get in there and you get a grip. It's a little bit wider than the shoulder length apart. And then you just try to pull them out. Definitely a lot more challenging than I thought it would have been. I'm curious what y'all think.
There's another kind of instinct that you need to be on the lookout for, and this one is a liar. This one is a
All right, let's hit this last set of Australian pull-ups, and then we're gonna move over to cable face pulls. Hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Throw whatever questions or comments you have in the chat. Talk about gym, talk about life, whatever.
Now, do not listen to that instinct. Do not listen. And that is the instinct you need to fight. You need to push back, to smash into the ground. Train that instinct. Train to say, get up, go, fight. Everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to succeed. Everybody wants to have, to be, and do what they feel like they can all do. Most of us, it takes time to do.
So if we got any young guys out there watching this, probably see I'm moving a little gingerly. One thing you get to look forward to when you get older is random aches and pains. And this morning, my tailbone is killing me. I don't know why. Yeah, tailbone is killing me. I don't know why. I woke up that way. I actually woke up with my tailbone, my hip, and my right knee just kind of feeling sore, kind of tender. I have no idea why. I didn't do anything recently that would have aggravated any of it. So I don't know. Getting old sucks. If you guys are watching, appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Now we're gonna move to cable face spools. Truly attacks the rhomboids. It attacks the rear delts. Hits some of the traps. So we're gonna get that set up with about 45 pounds. You guys hit the like button and subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. We're at 550 right now. Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat too. We'll talk about the gym, talk about life. I'll give you my perspective as a 40-year-old dad who's been working out for over 25 years. Joining the chat, looks like we got Wana. Hey Wana. She says, hi, how are you? Doing well, Wana. I'm a little sore. I did something to my tailbone, so I'm moving around a little gingerly this morning. But you said bye, you have to go. But you did hit the like button. Thanks, Wana. Appreciate you. Go do your thing. Go study. Good luck on your test. We'll see you next time. Appreciate the support. Let's go ahead and hit it. We're going to do cable face pulls, targeting the rear delts, targeting the rhomboids, some of the traps, building up the back. You guys hit the like button, subscribe. Feel free to throw anything in the comments, the chat here, discuss it between sets. 25 pounds on the cable machine. We're actually going to bump that up. We're going to put 50 pounds on the cable machine now. Kind of general rule of thumb for me. Depending on what I'm building for, whether I'm building to build the muscle, hypertrophy, or cut. I can usually hit about 15 reps or something. I know that it's a little too light. So it's definitely too light if I hit 24. They were nice, slow, and controlled. So I'm going to add 5 pounds, but I'm also going to try to slow down the tempo here in the next set. What's that? Alberto, peace bro, love you kiddo. Oh, good old Alberto. Good seeing you, man. Appreciate you jumping in. Hit that like button if you haven't hit it. Glad to have you on, buddy. I love Alberto. He's always got good, positive things to say. Should have been on yesterday, Alberto. We had a few guys on there that were just trolling hard, 3 at a time. Never seen that many before. All right, let's get started. Got 19 reps, 50 pounds on the cable machine. We're actually going to stay on that weight, and we're going to try to slow down the tempo. I can feel myself getting into a zone. I'm not really getting as slow and as controlled as I need to be. We got a light free, so it's very nice. I enjoy watching. Hey, light free, appreciate that. Make sure I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, light free, okay. So getting over eyesight sounds good as it used to be. Light free, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, be sure you subscribe. Hit the like button while you're in here. Helps us out, helps us grow the channel. We got our boy, Sonny. Says Gordon, good morning. By G, I think I said it right. And he also says, good morning. By BG, which is the wife over there. If I remember correctly, Sonny, it'll let us know. By G is essentially a way of saying my brother, and Bahi G is my brother's wife, right? Get that right? Thank you guys for being on. Hit the like button while you're here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. I've been in the gym, working out since I was 12. I'm now a 40-year-old man, so it's been a number of years. We can talk about anything, Jen, you want to talk about? There it is. Sonny said I got it right. Thanks, honey. We also talk about life. I'm a dad of 5 kids. The oldest one being almost 19 years old. The youngest one being 8. So I've got some, I guess you could say, life experience with that kind of thing. We talk about any of it here in the chat. You got questions, comments, feedback, any of it, let's talk. Well, look at that, Sonny. We got a rare appearance in the live here in the chat from XO Lara Carolina. That's Bobby G talking in the chat. Saying good morning to you. As you guys are joining the live, first I'll say thank you. I appreciate it. It's always helpful to see people in the live, coming in and out while you're here. Hope the live, hit the like button, grow the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, also help us by subscribing. The goal here is we want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of August, so end of the summer, which means we got some time. We're at 550. That's 550 as of this morning. We want to grow that, so we'd love to hit that goal before the end of August, but that's kind of the timeline we're giving ourselves. But help us out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All the new viewers that we've been getting lately on our channel, I want to thank you guys. We're almost at 1 million total views. I think we're going to hit 1 million views by the end of this week, so definitely getting a lot more traction than we've had before. It's kind of cool to think that we've had 1 million people interact with our stuff. It's pretty neat. Oh, Lucas, you're back. Lucas says, move your chest, please. Lucas, hit the like button, please. How about that? Hit the like button, and then we'll chat. I got Tyler saying, wow, he's strong. Well, Tyler, thanks, appreciate it. It's only 50 pounds, but I appreciate it. Right now what we're doing, guys, is we're working on pulling movements. for this exercise. We did the Australian pull-ups a moment ago. Now we're doing the cable face pulls, working the rear delts, working the rhomboids, a little bit of the traps. And then after this, if there's time, see where we're at. 34 minutes. We're probably going to go ahead and get some wide grip barbell curls. Okay. So Sonny, you got a comment here. I almost missed it. I'm sorry. You say you're doing an 18-hour fasting period. Going good, but one of the worst things about fasting is you won't get proper sleep every day, and it's happening. Oh man, that stinks. Why is it that fasting makes it difficult to sleep? Is it because you just wake up hungry or something? I'm curious. Tyler says this probably pays off with women. Pays off with at least one woman. That one over there. I don't know about the others. Probably not Tyler. To be honest with you, I've checked my audience here on YouTube. It's mostly fellow men between the ages of like 24 and 44 or something like that. I think I've only got like 17% female viewership. Well, like I said, I got 100% female viewership from that one right there. She seems to like it. All right, let's hit another round of this. We're gonna do our fifth and final set. Cable face pulls. We got 50 pounds on the cable machine. Let's get it going. We got 17 reps, final set, cable face pulls. I'm definitely feeling the burn in my rear delts, upper back. All right, Tyler says, with fitness and life skills, I think you meant to write with. You said, well, younger guys need role models, that's why. Yeah, Tyler, 100% agree. You know, as I've gotten older, I'm almost 40-year-old man now, I've noticed just there's a decline in actual young men turning into, or young boys turning into men. So that's my goal. You know, I feel like I've been lifting for 25 years. Well, I don't feel like I've been lifting for 25 years. I have been lifting for 25 years. I have 5 kids. One of them's almost 19, the youngest is 8. Got a lot of experience as it relates to being married, being a father, being in the gym. And my goal here is to provide some sort of advice, mentorship, direction, whatnot to young men. So that's exactly the plan. There's a lot that boys need to know. There's a lot of advice I wish I would have had going into life. Certainly would help me not make some of the mistakes I made. So if I can be a support and help with that, I think that's really good. XO Lara says, I'm sleepy, Sonny. I'm sure you're too of the fasting you're doing. And Sonny says, yes, it's just because I feel hungry at night, but I have to control myself many, many times. Fasting helps, but if someone is pushing too much, I think it'll affect that body.
Do you know what he's fasting for?
I think that's just a part of his cultural ritual. Yeah, Sonny, why are you fasting? I think you mentioned a few times that you fast.
I was thinking my mom used to fast, remember?
My mom?
Yeah, and she lost a lot of weight fasting.
Oh yeah, that could be just strictly for weight loss. Yeah, Sonny, you'll have to fill us in. You know, what is the purpose for your fast? Tyler, going back to you, man. Appreciate you being on here. I'm curious, you know, what kind of things do you think, or what is something you wish you would have known sooner in life as it relates to being a man or being a young boy growing into a man? Or what's something that you wish you would have known going into life as it relates to your fitness journey, if that's a journey you're on? Curious to hear that. And between setting up for the next set, I'll check back on here and respond back to the comments. All right, Sonny says fasting helps with weight reduction. Fast. Okay, makes sense. So you're doing it purely for health benefits, for losing some weight. Sonny, how much weight are you trying to lose? I woke up in the morning. My right knee was really sore, felt kind of like arthritic. My right hip was sore the same way. And so I got up, maybe, but then when I got up, my tailbone was like aching. It feels like I fell on it or something.
It's really cold outside today.
Maybe so.
I think you're gonna have to do when you start being one of those people that when it rains or it's cold, your body starts knowing it before you know it.
That's no bueno. All right. Okay. I used to. I belong to somebody else. Someone says, yeah, I was thinking that too. My mother-in-law did it. Sonny's looking at losing approximately 30 or 40 pounds. Nice. What do you weigh right now, Sonny? What's your current weight? And of course, you lose 30 to 40 from that. That's what you're saying the goal weight is? Okay. All right, 65-pound barbell, 13 reps. I'm gonna try to slow down the tempo. This is one of those, because of the weight, the way the weight is angled and putting potential strain on my neck as the weight comes away from my body. I want to be careful with, so I don't want to increase the weight here. I want to instead increase the tempo, make sure I don't put any unnecessary strain on the neck. Sonny says, what I have learned throughout the journey that no one told me earlier ever is that 80% is diet and 20% is exercise. And that most of the world is following it backwards. My current weight is approximately 199, nice. My target is 160 to 165, yeah. Sonny, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I feel like, so again, I've been working out since I was, 12. But I like to eat too. And I like to eat sugar. It's kind of that's my weakness. That's my kryptonite, you know. And I thought, you know what? I'll just work out really, 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 really hard, you know, harder than everybody else, and that'll do the trick. And it probably took me a good, 10, 15 years before I realized exactly what you're saying, which is you almost can't outwork your diet. The diet has to be important. And so for the last 10 years, I've really cleaned up my diet, more and more and more and more. And I feel like my diet now is probably better than it's ever been. You know, me having the neck injury too really limited what I could physically do. And so I had to get really scientific about addressing the other things that I could control, and diet was one of them. Sonny says, it took me 4 years to realize that. Well, sounds like you're smarter than me. You learn faster, Sonny. It took me like 10 years before I finally realized, okay, I cannot outwork my diet, so good on you. You're smarter than I was. I was stubborn. I kept letting eat the crap. All right, you guys hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to throw some comments here in the chat. We'll talk between sets. Talk through life advice, gym advice, any of it. Thanks, babe. All right. Oh, sorry about that. Looks like I messed up the screen, guys. Got it. Sonny says, let me tell you something extra. I'm unmarried, happy, and I'm 27 years younger. I don't say I'm old. Nice. Sorry about BG. No harm to marriage. No harm to marriage. No, it's definitely good to wait for marriage until you're ready. You got to make sure that you're mature enough. You got to make sure the young lady that you choose is mature enough. And it's hard for me to say what it's like. I don't really know much about India, but I can tell you here in America, we've got a very, very immature culture, both the men and the women. I feel like the male mentality is just to stay as young and irresponsible as long as possible. You know, they seem to be more interested in video games than growing up. And the women, I feel like, are not ready for a husband. Most of them want to try to be the husband in the marriage. They want to control every single aspect of it, and I mean, that's a surefire way to see the relationship go down the toilet quick. So, yeah, if you're gonna get married, you got to choose wisely. And you got to make sure that both you and the person you're looking at marrying have matured enough for it. We got BTC. BMW said, I seen the person cleaning and thought you're gonna get trolled by Anality. What does it say? It's hard to see. Anatoly? What do you mean? That's my wife in the background that's cleaning. Why are they gonna troll about her cleaning? Oh yeah, totally. That's the YouTube guy. Oh yeah, totally. That's the weightlifter guy who dresses like a janitor, and then asks to like move the weight around. Have you seen that? It's I think he's a Pakistani or Indian or Hispanic or something, darker skin complexion guy. He dresses up like a janitor who looks like he could be in his 50s or something, and he wears like a big one-piece jumpsuit, so you can't tell how muscular he is. He'll be like, "Oh, I'll move this out of the way," and he moves it like it's nothing. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, she wasn't, she didn't troll me this time anyways. Today with the way my tailbone's feeling, she might be able to lift more than me. All right. All right. 12 reps. That's our third set for wide grip barbell curls. And right now we got 65 pounds in the barbell. Sonny says, "Oh, Babuji is Anatoly." That's funny. That guy had a funny shtick going with the gym stuff. That was good. Unfortunately, everybody knows who he is now, so he can't do what he used to do. I don't know. Maybe he still is. I haven't watched it in a while. Is he still doing that? Because I would think at this point, just about everybody knows the shtick, so it's hard to get away with it. Sonny says the barbell helps. Sometimes it makes your elbows hurt. Yeah, I've never really had the issue with my elbows hurting. In the past, I had issues with tendinitis, but I was able to remedy that after healing my tendinitis. When you do the barbell curls, a lot of times guys will try to pull their wrists up, which puts a lot of tension on the forearm, puts a lot of tension on that tendon, which is where you get the tendinitis. One thing I've learned, I've not had issues since this, I've been doing it like this for a long time, is you put your wrists down. You curl with your wrists down just like this. That takes all the tension off of the forearms and puts it on the biceps. I've not had issues ever since doing that. I'm gonna add a little bit of weight here. I'm gonna add 5 pounds to this. So 2.5 on each side. Give me just a second. All right. Sonny says, I think I just took, message was retracted. Never mind. All right, so one thing I'm thinking about doing with these lives, guys, is I was going to start today, but like I said, my tailbone hurts. It's doing something where, after a certain number of likes on the chat, if I get a certain number of likes, then I'll agree to do a challenge. I'm curious what you guys think that challenge could be. So let's say, if I get 15 likes on a video, then I've got to do 100 squats in a row. Or if I get 15 likes on a video, then I got to later post a video of me doing something silly, funny, with maybe my daughter or whatever. Curious what y'all think to try to get more traction here and get more people engaged. Just kind of a challenge idea. I don't know, maybe you guys have seen something on other lives that you think might work. And Sonny said, I think I took weight more than my capacity. That's why I was hurting on the barbell. Yeah, probably so. That's what a lot of people do, unfortunately. You said you're in your 20s. A lot of 20-year-olds don't rack it on thinking I'll lift as much as possible instead of being smarter with less. 70 pounds, 11 reps. I'm gonna wait and do one more set. If you guys are jumping into the live, if you haven't yet hit the like button, definitely do that, help us out. We're trying to grow the channel. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of April. Right now we're sitting at 550 as of this morning. It may have grown since being on here. You guys have to let me know. But we want 500. We want 1,000 subscribers by the end of April. By the end of August. I don't know what I said. I think I said April. By the end of August, so the end of the summer, we want to get 1,000 subscribers. Lately, we've gotten a lot of traction on our channel, which is cool. We're approaching fast, almost 1 million total views. We've got a lot of videos that are hitting in the 20s and 30,000s, which maybe is not a lot in retrospect when you look at everybody else, but for us, that's been a lot, so that's been nice. And Sonny says, on 600 subscribers, take a day break. Go with the family for a one-day vacation. It could be anything, like a picnic or whatever, and go to a restaurant or dinner with the family. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, something to like celebrate for sure. That's not a bad idea. Or maybe with each threshold of 100, you know, we do something, the family and I. All right, we got one more set of this, guys. One more set, and then gotta get some kids to school. I gotta get cleaned up, gotta go to work. Let's knock it out. So that's it. We started off this session with Australian pull-ups, which is a safe alternative for neck injuries like mine. Moved over to cable face pulls and ended on wide grip barbell curls, which works the short head of the bicep, gives you that wide look in your arms. BTC says, I just started buying stuff for my own home gym. What do you consider the most important things? I have an Olympic bar, dumbbell, kettlebells, battle rope, easy bar. Probably the other two most important pieces of equipment that I have. Sorry, hey baby princess. Scared me, I didn't hear you. Most BTC, I'll end on this question, then I gotta get off here, but if I were to say the top 3 biggest pieces of equipment I have are going to be my squat rack, which is right there behind me, my bench press, which is right there, and then a cable machine, which is right there. It's really kind of a cheap cable machine. I'd rather have a better one. But if I look at these 3 and I say, you know what, if there's one that I put above the other, and I could only pick one, in my younger years before I got my neck injury, I'd probably say my squat rack. The squat rack is the one that I definitely have done the most with. That's probably the one that I'd say is most important. But now that I'm older and I've had injuries and I got to be careful with how I lift, now the cable machine I'd say is probably the most important one. that's where I can do some of the more safer exercises. So BTC, I don't know how old you are. If you're a young guy and you're not having issues with injuries like I am, I would say go with the squat rack. You got to pick one. Otherwise, if you got to be really careful with your lifting, go with the cable machine. But I also say buy a better cable machine. I'm not crazy about that one. It's probably, I don't know, 100 and maybe 150. I don't remember how much it was, but I need to get a new one at some point. I'd like to have one that goes across the whole gym. I can pull cables from both sides. That'll happen at some point. Maybe we'll celebrate when I'm monetized and get one of those in here. And then Sunny says, on 10,000 subscribers, at whatever time it takes, go for a charity day. I'll donate too. That promise. Help the needy on that day. Get the blessing to move forward. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sunny. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I think every marketer has to have something for sure. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get the kids to school. Appreciate all the support. We got 10 likes on this live. For an early morning one, that's pretty good. So thank you for that. I appreciate all the support. Nothing but positive comments on here. If you guys didn't subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't hit the like button, hit that before we get off here. But there's a lot of negativity out there, and I love seeing when we don't have any on the lives. There was none this time. So thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time.